You may or may not have heard about the 2023 sitting president's latest mortgage plan, or more specifically, the plan from the president's Federal Housing Finance Agency. Based on what I'm hearing from multiple sources, the new rules is unfair. It could force people to sell homes or even force people into foreclosures because the person can no longer pay the new monthly mortgage. Now, if you have been following me so far, I try to do my research and pull legal documents to back what I'm saying, and I found something to this. At this point, you can go on and watch another video, or if you're interested, grab a drink and a snack because this is going to take a bit. As with all my videos involving legal documents, I'll leave the various links I've come across down in the description section below. So, according to the mainstream and alternative news sources, the new rules from the Federal Housing Agency will allow consumers with lower credit ratings and little available down payment to qualify for better mortgage rates. The consumers with better credit scores and are able to put down maybe around 15 to 20% down payment will be expected to eat up and offset the cost. The example that the mainstream news has put out there is based on a $400,000 mortgage and a credit score of 680 plus. That homeowner would pay $40 more per month. According to them, this would go into effect on May 1st, 2023, essentially next month. Since our president's name was all over this subject and on news bulletins, since our president's name was all over this subject and on news headlines, I checked out the whitehouse.gov for any press releases or briefings related to this topic, and nothing. So I did more digging. I finally came across a document that closely resembles the subject at hand on the Federal Housing Finance Agency. If you go to their website, fhfa.gov, on the left-hand menu under Rulemaking and Federal Register, therein lies Rules and Notices. When going into the rules and notices, the latest entry is titled Fair Lending, Fair Housing, and Equitable Housing Finance Plans Proposed Rule. Inspecting RN 2590 AB 29 shows that this rule or ruling is a proposal. So it's currently open for comment this past Thursday, I believe, April 19, 2023. One day before the news agencies started to report on this. This ruling lists the groups Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and the description is fair lending oversight and equitable housing finance. When researching the CFR code, which is the Code of Federal Regulations, the code 12 CFR Part 1293, it doesn't exist on the ecfr.gov website. 12 CFR Part 1292 exists, but when you click on it and head over to the next button to view the next document, which should be 1293, it jumps to 12 CFR Part 1301, which is the Freedom of Information Regulations under the Freedom of Information Act. So upon reviewing the document, Fair Lending, Fair Housing Proposed Rule, it does outline what the news agencies were trying to allude to. The difference is the document doesn't specify who will be paying more and who will be paying less. The document generalizes who will receive the benefit by saying, quote, one or more underserved communities, end quote. The news agencies and their experts were speculating what the requirements are and going to be. So the following are sections that I feel is important to share. I highly suggest to read the document yourselves to get the whole picture. Proposed rule timing elements. Considering the timing aspects of the proposed rule together, In the year prior to new plans, FHFA would conduct public engagement on or before June 15th. For example, FHFA would conduct public engagement on or before June 15, 2024 to inform planning and oversight related to the 2025 to 2027 plans. An enterprise would submit the plan to FHFA for review by September 30th in the year prior to the 3-year period covered by the plan. The enterprise would then publish the plan on its website on January 15 of the first year covered by the plan. The FHFA would conduct public engagement on or before June 15 in the first year of the plan cycle. Updates and reports would submit to the FHFA by February 15 of the second year of the plan cycle and published by an enterprise on April 15. FHFA would conduct the public engagement on or before June 15th of the second year of the plan cycle. Updates and reports would be submitted to FHFA by February 15 of the third year of the plan cycle and published by an enterprise on April 15. FHFA would conduct public engagement on or before June 15, 2027. Establishing expected dates by rule for submission, public engagement, and publication provides certainty and transparency to the public and the enterprises, while permitting the director to change the dates by public order if necessary in exigent circumstances. Definition of an underserved community. Underserved community is a group of people with shared characteristics or an area that is subject to current discrimination or has been subjected to past discrimination that has or had continuing adverse effects on the group or area's participation in the housing market, historically has received or currently receives a lower share of benefits of enterprise programs and activities providing sustainable housing opportunities, or that otherwise has had difficulty accessing these benefits compared with groups of people without the shared characteristics or other areas. Shared characteristics include but are not limited to characteristics protected by fair lending laws applicable to the enterprises, including race, color, religion, sex, family, familial status, national origin, disability, marital status, age, receipt of public assistance income, exercise of rights protected by the Consumer Credit Protection Act, exercise of rights protected by the Fair Housing Act, dwelling age, dwelling location, and neighborhood age. Examples of underserved communities, if supported by adequate information in a plan pursuant to subsection 29123.9.25 of this chapter, include the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, single parents, persons with disabilities, women of color, seniors with fixed income, self-employed individuals, individuals with limited mainstream credit and banking history, counties which have historically received a lower share of the benefits of enterprise programs and activities, individuals with income variance such as skilled tradespeople or those that receive income through commission, persons with limited English proficiency, and multi-generational households. So that's the definition of underserved community. So upon reading more into the document actually it hasn't been officially been ruled on and made into a federal regulation. Per the proposed rule timing elements section on page 49, the proposed timelines is in 2024 and beyond. Nothing in this document outlines what they will do this year timing-wise, but there's a but. On page 11 of this document, in the footnotes under number 27, there are two links to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac's 2022 Equitable Housing Finance Plan. When reviewing these documents, they are fulfilling the requirements that this new proposed ruling has outlined. So currently, per the FHFA's website, proposed ruling on RN 2590 AB29 is open for public comment and has not been entered into the Code of Federal Regulation database. So May 1st is less than 10 days away, depending when you view this video. I'm not sure if we will see more news coverage on this. Usually news agencies would just move on to other news topics than reporting back on certain outcomes. Let me know what you think about the things I went over in the comment section below. As mentioned earlier, I'll leave the links I've come across in the description section below. This video will go up on both my YouTube and Rumble channels without any exclusive Rumble content. So, as always, stay positive.